Time to double down on double predictions. Feely needs double points and double down on chicken nuggets for Dum Dum. Did I say double enough?
Hey.
Welcome to Full House.
And now, Max Wrestling presents Full House.
Indeed, welcome to Full House. I am Al Hefe, and as you can see, I am joined by the captain and all-star panel weekend, because that's how we get down for the big shows. We got Corey in the house. We have the world champion Beer in the house. And, of course, we got a whole bunch of stuff. So we invite you to place your bets on a full night of action. And coming up tonight, and all the action we have for you, as he's been saying, the double and double-ins, it's double prediction, as we dissect and decipher, like that, Saturday night's main event and AEW's Double or Nothing. Plus, the Max Wrestling Knowledge Championship is on the line as Ted P Dinero defends against the Feeney in Double or Nothing rules. Can he double the score? Good God. We're going to wait and see it out. It's been a wild trip in the mind of Amir Costello as AT Wrestler goes one-on-one with the Kingpin. I wonder what the hell's really going on the backstage part of this, but I'm excited nonetheless. But the Brothers of Max Destruction meet the New Dragon Club as Travesty challenges Beer for the Max Wrestling World Championship, and that will open the show momentarily under television rules. You have to make Max Wrestling your new home for all things wrestling, especially with stuff like this. So go ahead and hit that like button, smash the subscribe button for those who prefer the old-fashioned podcast. Head on over to SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your podcast. And of course, for a whole bunch of links and a whole lot more, head on over to the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Try putting that on a shirt. It's going to be a lot.
It's on a couple of t-shirts.
Hey.
Just information overload. And as usual, right after this, head over to our official Facebook group. QR code is on the screen right now for the official Max Wrestling post show hosted by our very own Cypher right there in the bottom right corner. Scan and go after the show. So, like Mo just said, we're opening with the world title match. Beer defending against Travesty.
On, baby.
And if he wins, it will be a travesty.
Oh.
I am Beer.
So, does it really have to come to this, Travis? Does it really have to come to me embarrassing you like I would have done at the promo rumble if your ass would have shown up? See, Trav, my rise to the top in the last 12 months has been something that you've never been able to accomplish. I am a world champion for a reason. In 260 odd days, I have been champion. I have beaten the best that there is to offer. Now, I had to do something I didn't want to do. I had to beat my own best friend in this very room where I sit in right now to win this. But sometimes you have to sacrifice for the greater good. And you look now. The most powerful force in the history of Max Wrestling is back. Now, there was an old club, but that died. And we got rid of one piece of crap, and they brought in the machine. But you gotta remember, isn't it last time that you stole my spot? You hit your shot. And look what happened. You're in another failed group. Just like the Brothers of Ass Destruction that you're in right now. Trust me, bruv. You're making a big mistake coming after this. I beat Mo. I beat the podcast machine, Mark Lockett, for this title. But where were you at the Rumble? You saw a no-show, you put your tail between your legs, and you walked away. You know what? It's embarrassing. I was so disappointed in you. I thought you were better than that. I thought you were the best competitor that Max has to offer. Looks like I'm going to have to put the walker down. You got to remember my rise. I've been Bear Dussinger, and I beat one of your own group mates to become the television champion and world champion at the same time. Something you've never accomplished. Full house, it is. So, tonight, Trav, it's lights out, curtains out. I hold all the cards. But do you hold the ace and the key to take this from me. Because believe me, you are not taking this. You're gonna have to kill me if it is to take this away from me. And I don't give a damn what we have to do. In this family, we're gonna hold all the gold. I'm gonna hold this till I see fit. Phoenix is gonna bring home the Knowledge title. And Captain is also gonna bring back the television championship. And then us, the Dragon Club, is the powerful force. We're the bloodline of this fantastic brand. Whereas the Brothers of Trash Destruction are nothing more but pure garbage. Trav, I like you, but you've disappointed me time and time again. You're never taking this from me, and none of your other groupies are gonna do the same. You know what? Stop the clock.
To dawn, North Carolina's dead reborn, walking tall across the land, talking that trash to take a stand. Ain't no soul gonna hold me down on this.
Well, that was a boring promo. I expected more from Dragon Club. But let's cause some destruction, shall we? Because now it's time for destruction. And Travesty is gonna take it from here.
I've had enough. I've had enough of you, Beer. I've had enough of the Captain, and I've had enough of the Phoenix. Quite frankly, I've had enough of Dragon Club. Ima Ohid, I am still here. You take me out, I just rise like a fucking phoenix. You can't take me out of this promo game. Because I am the best at what we do here. That's undeniable. Ask the Captain. It's been over a year and he's still butthurt from when I took that TV championship off of him. But, Beer, I spent better part of last year trying to recruit your bitch ass to join Dragon Club. And yet, I'm the one that's met with the barbed wire bat to the head. Even though I was not the snake. It's alright. I don't need the club. Because I've got my brothers now. I know who has my back. And it certainly isn't any of you three. At Promo Rumble, Beer, I let you escape with your life. You avoided destruction. The travesty bypassed you. You should have let that happen. But no, you want it to spin back around and come right back at you full fucking force. That title has gone to your head. But now is my time. Now it's time from the title going from your head to around my waist. Beer, you should have left what was there alone. You should have left me alone. The Dragon Club should have left the Brothers of Max Destruction alone. Now you're gonna have to face, you know what? Fuck Dragon Club. It's not just about Dragon Club. What about TSK? Anybody in RWT. Anybody in Max. The Black Hearts. Anyone. Let it be known that you are all on notice. That we are no longer holding back. Chris with the North Carolina Championship. And after today, me with the World Championship. And then whatever title that Flex wants to go after next, rest assured, he's going to take that too. It's too easy for us to play with y'all's heads. I am the mastermind of that shit. Ask anybody that remembers Alexander Rowan. Whether it's the coach, Rowan, the Walker, Travis the Walker Anderson. No matter what name I am called, I have always brought a travesty to this show. And now, it's time for that travesty to focus in only on you. Beer? I've had enough of your shit. I'm sick of you running your mouth every fucking week. Even the rounds of beer need to stop. That's all you do is just talk. Talk your way out of this one. 'Cause I'm done. And I'm ready for a fucking fight.
You know, Trav? Lights out. And I've turned my back on you for a reason, like you've turned your back on me. Curtain call time. You don't know what's happening, and you never know what's coming next.
Oh, because I have a chair, you want to turn your back on me? No, turn your ass around. Face me like a fucking man, Beer. Beer, turn around. Come face me.
Surprise, Trav. Wrong dragon. So, I don't know what you thought you were accomplishing. You can't keep me off the show when I don't want to be kept. So, you have the gall to attack me in an office on my way home. But, here's the thing, Trav. I don't know where this beef has come from. When Dragon Club reunited, it had nothing to do with the brothers of Max Destruction. You guys picked the issue for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what your beef is. I don't know what your issue is. Corey is all bowed up. And you said you and I have unfinished business. See, as far as I was concerned, we were done. But here's the thing. I couldn't compete against you at promo series. You couldn't compete against me at the Rumble. So maybe you're right. Maybe we do have unfinished business. So why don't we settle it? We've both been through relationship trauma. We both have scores to settle. You have the Sisters of Minimal Damage. I have a new Dragon Club. So I'm going to give you an ultimatum, Trav. Either you can play by the clock in this match, or we can settle the score. You clearly want it so badly. So let's do it. But let's do it at your favorite Max event. An event where you and I have actually faced each other before. Twice, actually. Well, that makes perfect sense. I've just completed a Promo Mania trilogy with Feeney. So why don't I complete a Promo Slam trilogy with you? Decision's yours, and as they say, TikTok. Heard it right. Travis can either play the clock in that match or sacrifice it and face me one final time at Promo Slam. Travis C was aware of this before the show, so he has sent me his response. He didn't know Beer's Time beforehand. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know what he's decided. We will all find out at the same time at the end of the show.
Hey.
So let's get into our first round of predictions today, which is Saturday night's main events. There's 4 matches for the pay-per-view. That's not a pay-per-view.
Hey.
Is it on YouTube?
Special.
Is it on?
It's a
I was
YouTube
just gonna
special.
ask.
Yeah. Special.
So kicking it off with part 3 of Scottish Psychopath versus Bondage Undertaker Damian Priest. But this time it's in a steel cage.
Oh man.
Now we're just adding to the innuendos now.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any better.
It does not. It really doesn't. But you know what we need? As they've always said, we need the blow off. It's about time to finally end this thing, get it out of the way. Let's move on with our lives. No better way to do it than a steel cage, I guess, on a Saturday night's main event. Am I the only one that's getting a weird taste in their mouth that this thing isn't like on regular television? Like, I know maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll have to fucking check it out myself. But like, I remember when the Saturday night's main events were first starting to come back, they were the big thing for NBC.
Yeah.
If it's going to be just on YouTube, that's kind of a little bit of a waste. That might just be me, though. That might just be me. I feel like Damian Priest can take the L. Drew McIntyre might need it a little bit more to maintain relevancy. But at the same time, what's going on with Judgment Day? Finn looks like he wants to start some other faction because he doesn't know how to live life on his own. Which, I mean, hey, gotta have friends, but it's a little much. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'm gonna say that the Scottish Psychopath has it in the bag, or in the cage in this instance.
Yeah, I'm liable to go with Drew too. I just looked it up. It is on NBC and Peacock and YouTube everywhere else.
Okay. Well, see, there you go.
So it's still a pay-per-view. It's not a pay-per-view.
Hey.
Because we
don't have NBC. We got Peacock, but it's a little bit different.
Hey, I gotta pay for cable, so.
Yeah.
Okay, some semantics.
All right. Is anybody going with Priest, or is it a full house for Drew?
I'll go Priest.
Hey.
I think with Priest, obviously Drew won that fucking banger at WrestleMania, and obviously Priest got the upper hand a bit on Drew at Backlash.
Yeah.
I think Priest needs to win more unless they're going to put Priest going against Cena at one point this year, which I wouldn't mind, but obviously Priest is going to take the L. But yeah, I think Priest will do it. I think he's getting a nice push by Papa H, but is Priest shoved down our throats a little bit, do you think?
No, I think he's fallen off for a little bit since he lost the title anyway.
Yeah, he ain't got the same aura that he once had.
And
I can go with that.
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I like Priest. I've liked him since NXT, but I'll go Priest. I'm a Priest guy.
Cypher?
Well, okay, so here's my thoughts. So the last steel cage match Drew was in, he faced CM Punk, and he lost that one. So I think this is like a come-uppance for him to actually win this one this time around, because it makes more sense due to the fact that he lost against Punk in a steel cage, ain't been in one since Punk. So, Priest has lost his aura a little bit, ever since, the Judgment Day, the Terror Twin Day, he's not the same Archer or Infamy from NXT. He's still trying to, find his footing. He's still trying to find his footing. I mean, he has it. He has the potential to get there, but I think he won't take much of a loss in this one, and momentum-wise. I mean, he's still got other people he can face, but you know what? At the end of the day, I think McIntyre will come out with the win, so I'm going to go McIntyre.
Hey.
Yeah, Priest moving to SmackDown wasn't a good move.
No.
I don't even remember how this feud started.
Yeah. I defy but
Drew and Priest.
Yeah, Drew and Priest, they just started beefing one day.
Royal Rumble, wasn't it?
Oh,
it was when
Priest went off
scripted
Royal
Rumble.
Yeah, because remember Drew went up to CM Punk took him out, and then Priest came out with the briefcase and 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. If you want to throw it that far
was
back.
amazing. Long-term
Okay
story.
then. Speaking of Aura, Jey Uso in his second defense,
Yeah.
defending the world
Yeah.
title against everybody's favorite YouTuber, Logan Paul.
At
Okay,
I
maybe
don't know if
nobody's
he's my
favorite
favorite.
YouTuber.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, he's up there. He's up there.
Everybody's favorite YouTuber turned wrestler.
There we go. That's it.
Yeah.
We can use that one all day
Even
long.
though I Show Speed took the best spear.
He
Yeah, he
fucking
did.
did. He did.
That was a viral moment.
And ain't been back since.
Hey, that's called good storytelling. Okay, that's called good storytelling. He's already in the biz right there. But for this one, I think it's one of those things where you're gonna be in the States, you're gonna be on NBC, you're gonna be on Peacock. For the rest of the world, you're gonna be on YouTube. In the land of the YouTube man, the Paul name, stretches far and wide. And so you say, fuck it, put him in a world title match, because I have no other reason why you would do this other than we kind of just need somebody with, I don't want to say momentum, but I guess a moniker in a way, just something attention grabbing. And Logan Paul is that. He's attention grabbing. I think the match will be fine. I don't think it's going to be over the top. I don't think it's going to be the greatest Saturday night's main event world championship match we've seen. We've seen a few back in the day. Jay needs a good momentum win. Logan's going to give it to him. What more is there to say?
Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of high spots. I'll find it funny if this match is better than Jay versus Jimmy.
That ain't enough.
It's God, it's already going to be. I can just tell you now.
Flashbacks.
It's going to suck if you have a better match with a YouTuber than you do with your own brother.
Hey,
I know.
One thing with Logan Paul, though, has he ever had a bad match?
No, that's the annoying thing.
Every match I've seen Logan Paul, even against Roman, was a freaking banger. AJ was a bit underwhelming, but I thought it was decent. But Logan never seems to disappoint.
No,
like the kid flourishes every match he's in. Like you got to give him that.
Which is why I'm
That's
not mad
normal.
that he's got a world title match, because he's not going to win anyway. But it's going to be a good match. Full house for Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except these fucking nerds in the IWC, which I will get to a little bit later on.
Oh God, the nerds.
Oh, the nerds.
Yep.
Alright.
Fucking nerds.
So a staple of a pay-per-view that's not a pay-per-view, random tag match. CM Punk
Random.
and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
Let's go Team ROH versus Team E. I like it already. Yeah, no, it's far-fetched. Takes people way back in the day. Punk and Zayn
Ooh, you just
If you
made me
would've-
realize actually Braun's the only one in this match that wasn't in Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're
Oh, yeah.
100% on that. But like
Got Braun.
I think of like Punk and Zayn, and like I feel like if you could like rewind the clock back to 2012, I know it's Amir's favorite year. He's freaking out right now. These guys would it would be a tag match, no problem. They would be having these two dudes because just the momentum that Zayn had back in the day and how over Punk was back then. And now it's fast forward to 2025, and both dudes are still incredibly over, even though one dude just came back and basically Sammy got over by being the white guy against, with all the Samoans, and it worked out awesomely. However, it's fucking Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. Okay, Seth is officially on some fucking Netflix show where he literally is playing himself, saying, "I'm Seth freaking Rollins, burn it down, bitch," and then just like whips some dude's ass, hits him with a curb stomp. It's fucking awesome. You should see the clip. It's all over YouTube. And Braun is just he's Bill Goldberg, but cool.
Yeah.
He was Goldberg when WCW Goldberg. He's not saying much. He's just whooping ass. And it's working great. So I can't take him off the whooping ass momentum line. Like, it's prime time. I don't know how far it's going to go, but it'll definitely go past this Riff Raff tag team. So give me Seth and Braun.
Yeah, if you're going to take this faction seriously, they need a win. First time they're teaming up, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to take them seriously. This should be taken seriously.
Yeah, you can't derail the momentum though. So I think Rollins will ship in Punk.
Yeah,
Add a little bit of
because
fuel.
didn't Punk beat him all 3 times?
So I think Rollins beat him in the cage match, didn't he? But he didn't pin Punk.
Oh, yeah,
That
because
was
of
just
Roman.
Yeah.
Semantics.
So, yeah, give Seth a clean win.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
Rollins needs to.
it
But
could
I
go
am
like,
enjoying. Sorry, Stephen.
oh, you're good. I mean, the way the match looks, I don't think nobody's going to lose momentum, but at the same time, could we get the possible third man on Saturday night main event and it ended in a DQ, which nobody loses momentum?
I hope we get the introduction of another member.
Trying to rule out Austin Theory now because you notice how Theory was literally really cheered by the crowd on Monday.
Yeah.
Probably only the things I've seen on Raw lately.
But I think that's built on the internet rumor that the internet started themselves that
Yes.
Theory was going to be the next member of the group.
You know the internet. They know the story before it's told.
And then they get pissed off when that's not the story.
Right.
I didn't write that.
But I'm thinking either this or Cena and Truth will be the main event, but this match probably has more reason to be. Just because Cena's in the other match doesn't mean it should be the main event, because it's a non-title match for starters.
Yeah.
So which brings us to Cena versus Truth. Truth versus his childhood hero who's younger than him.
It hits you right here in the heart skis. You know what I mean? Pulls at the heartstrings. It does. As much as I want to, you know what I mean? As much as you want to be like, let's go back to the day. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to the heyday of Saturday night's main events. Go back to the 80s. And you got the bad guy who's the world champion going against the good guy who used to look up to the bad guy, but again, in Truth's twisted little world. And if we're in the 80s, maybe the good guy gets the win. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a roll up, maybe he gets some help or whatever, and it's, oh, hooray for the good guy, hooray for our Truth. It's 2025. I don't even think people really know what a fucking good guy is anymore. So it's got to be Cena. I think he's going to use this for some leverage. He might humiliate our Truth a little bit, which would disappoint me, but it's only adding to what Cena's doing in this new role. He's only proving that he is that big a heel. He is that douchebag, that dick, whatever you want to call him. He is that guy, and it starts by beating up one of your fans.
Yeah, I think maybe this brings Cody back.
I would hope so.
Possible.
You know, what was it? What was their goddamn stupid name? When him and fucking R-Truth didn't Cody and R-Truth tag for a while?
Oh, back in the hate, did they?
Maybe back in the Dizzy.
Early 2010s.
Probably, yeah. The 2010 to 2013 is a blur. Everybody teamed up in the mid card.
Let's say hodgepodge, but we're going. Maybe it brings back Cody, because what else is there? You know what I mean? I know we have fantasy booking after fantasy booking after fantasy booking lined up for John over the next 7 months or however much longer he's here. Is it that early to get Cody back? Is it important to get Cody back?
Well,
because SummerSlam.
The only thing is, it doesn't really make sense that he's been off TV for so long, because it's not like he was injured or anything. He just lost a match, and we haven't seen him since. And that was 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been on the show since WrestleMania.
No, he hasn't. We haven't seen him
That's
since
the
Mania.
point. So return on a Saturday night's main event? Maybe.
Because
they keep people talking about it. That would also be a reason to want to fucking do this the day before a Double or Nothing.
And the next Saturday night's main event, the 40th one, is on the same night as All In, July 12th.
Good job, Paul.
Uncle Paul saved the day again.
Which is then also a couple of weeks before SummerSlam, so And Cody's on the poster for SummerSlam already, so they spoiled that one.
Ruiners.
Isn't it true that they're putting Evolution on the same weekend as All In? That's what we heard.
It's on the same weekend as something because Saturday night's main event is on the same night as All In.
I think the Sunday they're planning on Evolution. Apparently, that's what I heard anyway. I don't know if it's true.
Interessante.
All right, so anybody going for Truth? No.
Big Mouse John.
Yeah, as much as we want R-Truth to just get a W here, I think you know the writing's on the wall for Cena to win.
Yeah.
It is.
See, I like predicting Saturday night's main event because they're short.
Short and sweet, baby.
Unless he wants to catch us off guard and put Truth to win, which would be great because the pop Truth will get to be fucking insane.
There's no reason why Truth couldn't win because, again, it's non-title. He doesn't have to win clean.
Hold on, wait a minute. So you said the next Saturday night's main event is before SummerSlam?
Yeah, it's July 12th. It's the same night as All In.
Yeah.
What
They're
next?
doing it each quarter, aren't they?
Is there another PLE coming up for WWE?
Yeah, Night of Champions is at the end of June.
Saudi show.
In Saudi.
Yay.
Yay. I don't want to do that to fucking poor Truth. But I had a fantasy, as we love to do. The fantasy booking just came on the fly.
Yeah.
And my brain went to, if you wanted to pull the swerve, as Beard said beautifully, you wanted to be the nice man for the Triple H can be, I guess, to somebody else. R-Truth picks up a win, flash roll up, whatever the fuck you want to consider it. Push it all the way down to the next Saturday night's main event where it's a title match. And you have the opportunity. You know what I mean? You try to make that a bigger thing. I wouldn't do Night of Champions. Maybe it's the biasness of the fucking Saudi shows, but I could give a rat's ass about Night of Champions. I really could. But you have a win on the Saturday night's main event to get a full title shot. I guess 2 months down the line at another Saturday night's main event. Fuck it. I think that you can drag that story out. Plus, if you're not going to bring Cody back and you're not really going to have nothing, you can stretch this between John and R-Truth. Doesn't have to be a small little one-off. You can kind of make it something. And imagine if they would. You'd have two dudes close to 50 with all this attention. I don't know. Call it wishful thinking. I think it's a good move. Again, it's a massive story for John, but it's even bigger for Truth.
Truth's over 50.
Oh, fucking hell.
He isn't
53.
He's 51.
Is he? I
Truth
swear to
hasn't
God,
aged
dude.
since being K-Quick, by the way, and Ron Kelling's in TNA. Brother never ages.
No.
I'm telling you, if I could just be at R-Truth level in my 50s, I'm fucking winning.
Same.
Winning.
All right, that's Saturday night's main event. It's all predicted. Now it's time for another title match. This time trivia.
Damn.
It's Ted P Dinero defending against the Phoenix, but it's double or nothing rules, which means Feeney has to double whatever Teddy scores.
Feeney, we got this. Bad.
All right, everybody, you know what it is. It's time to get down in the trivia. Welcome to the Full House edition of the double trivia challenge. That can't be a good thing. I'm here with the current reigning and defending knowledge champion, the man you know and should always name, Ted P Dinero. What's happening, big dog? How confident are we feeling? Tell me the truth.
I know everything.
He knows everything. And that's not a joke. So, the beautiful thing about Full House is the champion has the advantage. So, the glorious thing is this is rapid fire for both you and the Feeney.
I have the advantage?
You have the advantage. What a freaking concept. I know. Oh, my goodness. You have it. And what it is no matter whatever your score is at the end of this 1 minute timer, Feeney not only has to match it in reality, he has to double it. Otherwise, you will remain the knowledge champion. So, as you can tell,
I know everything.
My confidence is on one side, and as he says it again, he knows everything. So, as y'all can see, I got a 1 minute timer up on the watch clock, whatever the hell you want to call it. And I will get it started as soon as I read off this first question. Teddy, are you ready? First question, and the timer will start as soon as I am done. Who is the only person to win 3 Royal Rumbles?
Austin.
TNA was originally affiliated with what long-running promotion?
NWA.
Between 1999 and 2008, which WWE pay-per-view followed SummerSlam?
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. Hold on a second. All right. We've got to reset this really quickly. Sorry about that, everybody. 35 seconds is what you got left. You said fully loaded. Let's move on. During her time in TNA, how many times was Chelsea Green Knockouts champion?
Once.
Who is the winner of the longest Hell in a Cell match on record? You can pass if you need to.
Pass.
In what year was the final episode of WWE Sunday Night Heat? Just the year.
2001.
How many times was the late great Sabu ECW champion?
4.
And real quick, I'll get this off real fast. Wrestle Kingdom and which other New Japan pay-per-view are the only 2 to air on Thriller Television?
Say it again?
Wrestle Kingdom and which other New Japan pay-per-view are the only 2 to air on Thriller TV?
I cannot say it. I know it.
I need a name.
Is it well, I cannot say the name. It's it's like it's a battle there. It's a battle there. I cannot say the name. I know the name.
I need a guess. That's the only thing I can take.
Kurgan Hall. Fuck.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right. So you got through 8 out of 10. We did have to skip one, so it was 7 out of 10. Let's go through the questions that you got right. Number 1, who is the only person to win the Royal Rumble 3 times? Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's once. TNA was originally affiliated with NWA between 98 and 2008. Which pay-per-view followed SummerSlam? Your answer was...
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. The answer is Unforgiven. So far you're on 2. During her time in TNA.
Wait, Unforgiven was in July? I thought Fully Loaded was in July. Nah. Somebody got to check that.
How many times was Chelsea Green Knockouts champion? Your answer was?
Once.
And that's correct. So that's on 3. Who was the winner of the longest?
She was Laurel Van Ness, not Chelsea
Green.
Green.
Hey, attaboy. Way to do it. Who was the winner of the longest Hell in a Cell match recorded? Your answer was?
It shouldn't have been that, but Triple H.
And which is correct, actually. So that's on 4. I asked you what...
I did it again! I did it again!
I asked you what year was the final episode of WWE Sunday Night Heat. You passed on that one. We went to how many times was the Great Sabu...
No, I did not say 2001.
You said 2001? Okay, well, then the answer is 2008. How many times was...
2008 is the year?
2008 was the year.
No. ECW was still running. When was Sunday Night Heat running?
Probably somewhere late on the USA Network, but that's what I got right here on the answer sheet.
Oh God! They stopped dead ass. You need to check that because they stopped running.
We will double check it.
Super Bowl
as it's on the line.
Nah, because after that Super Bowl, I don't remember Sunday Night Heat. I'm just being real.
I got you.
I don't know if it was televised or not. It could have been like a dark show. I don't know. But go ahead.
Go ahead. All right. So the other 2 that we had was how many times was the late great Sabu ECW champion? Your answer was 4. Correct? You said 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
The answer is 2. And the last question we were able to rattle off just in time was Wrestle Kingdom and which other New Japan pay-per-view are the only 2 to ever air on Thriller TV? Your answer was Corrigan Hall, which is actually a hall in Japan that holds a lot of the different venues, but the show...
I could not think of the name of the show, but I know the name of the show.
The show name itself is Dominion.
Oh, it was after that one. It's one that it has the name of the city and it's like a battle in it or something.
Yeah,
like
those
that.
are normally the ones where they're rolling around in the States.
Yeah.
It says Percy Pringle was this is 2 questions that we weren't able to get off. Percy Pringle was better known in WWE by what
Paul
name?
Bear.
By Paul Bear. Good job. And in what year did Stephanie McMahon initially leave the WWE for the first time? The answer was 2009. So, out of the 8 questions,
I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say 2010, but okay.
Out of the 8 questions,
because it was more so 2010 because in 2000, like on the game, she was nowhere to be found.
Hey,
that's how I
is.
figured that she was nowhere in WWE. Go ahead.
It's all about the game. So, out of the 8 that or I should say 7 we got off, you got 6, or so you got 5 out of the 7, which is still super good. It means Feeney's got to get 10 in 60 seconds. I don't think he's going to do it. My Lion stays over here on the West Coast. Then again, I have seen stronger men crumble. So it is what it is. Let's go see how it does. And maybe after this, Teddy P still just might be the man that knows everything.
I know everything.
Okay. So you've got a minute and a half or all 20 questions, whichever comes first.
Okay. No pressure.
Time starts now. Who was the only person to win 3 Royal Rumbles?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes. TNA was originally affiliated with what long-running promotion?
NWA?
Yep. Between 1999 and 2008, which WWE pay-per-view followed SummerSlam?
Unforgiven.
Yes. During a time in TNA, how many times was Chelsea Green Knockouts champion?
Twice.
Once. Who's the winner of the longest Hell in a Cell match on record?
Triple H?
Yeah. In what year was the final episode of Sunday Night Heat?
2001.
8.
Really?
How many times was the late great Sabu ECW World Champion?
I'm going to say 3.
No, that one was twice.
Oh.
Wrestle Kingdom and which other New Japan pay-per-view were the only 2 to air on Triller TV?
Pass.
Dominion. Percy Pringle was better known in WWE by what name?
Paul Bearer.
Yeah. P.T. Williams is famous for inventing which flippy move?
Pass.
Canadian Destroyer.
Oh, no.
In what year did Shane McMahon initially leave WWE for the first time?
2009?
Yeah. Who was the only member of the original TLC match who hasn't turned 50?
Devon Dudley.
Jeff Hardy. I think Devon's actually the oldest.
Oh, shit.
That's kicking out the family.
Like Tony D'Angelo.
I don't think it's quite
You're out.
kicking him
You're
out
out,
level,
mate.
but unfortunately Feeney does not score enough. He was 3 away from tying with Teddy. Even though he had 30 extra seconds, Ted P. Dinero remains knowledge champion. And now we get to sit back and see who's next because, of course, the Iron Bank Challenge returns at Trivia Takeover.
Ooh, yeah, let's go.
Ooh, yes.
Thursday on Max. Predictions, recaps, trivia, and groundbreaking promos, and the occasional rant.
I'm going to say it again. Fucking Netflix.
Fucking Netflix.
You have known for months now that this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight was going to happen. You knew. You had more than enough time to get the infrastructure for your website ready to go.
Join us on the Max Wrestling Podcast every Thursday. Exclusively on YouTube and audio on all podcast platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Back to Full House. I am your captain. He is El Jefe, he is Beer, and he is Cypher. Speak their names and they all fucking appear.
Okay.
I should have gone with Beer last because then that would have rhymed. But anyway, once again, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us all on podcast platforms and make sure you visit maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Alright, we predicted one pay-per-view that's not a pay-per-view, but this one is a pay-per-view. It is Double or Nothing this Sunday from AEW. And Tony hasn't gone overboard this time. There's 7 matches, so a nice standard pay-per-view length.
For now.
Which is probably going to still go over 4 hours. We now know what's going to be the main event, so I'll skip that one for now and go down to the Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas for the tag team titles. And I just quickly gotta say, please don't give Dustin a microphone again anytime soon.
No. Talk about a disgruntled employee. I don't know what's up Dustin's butt, but I was thinking about this, and I was like, you know what I mean? MJF just got with them. Maybe this is the chance. MJF screws them or something. No, it's to throw them out there for the. It's to parade them. It's a parade. Come on up, boys. You know, and fucking Montavious. I love how fucking MJF does that. And Montavious, I have to call him Montavious. Can't call him MVP. It's like Montavious can be out there just doing his thing, and it's fine. It's getting these guys even more exposure, even though they don't really need it. I do know that Tony Khan absolutely loves hearing people chant "We hurt people," which I can't say I blame him. I think it's awesome. It's worked out stupendously. The Hurt Syndicate are going to keep these belts until they don't want them. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I don't see any title change, and I
Sammy.
still see Sammy and Dustin as just a mismatch. They
Really,
just
though.
don't fit.
And it's weird because they are Ring of Honor tag team champions. They have been a team for ever since Sammy came back to Ring of Honor. But it's just, they just seem hodgepodge. They do. And then the Sons of Texas, come on.
I didn't think this would be such a long-term tag team, especially like tag team champions, but they just don't look like a tag team at all.
Oh.
No.
If anything, Sammy looks like Dustin's awkward stepson.
Oh, that's weird.
Oof.
That one time you hooked up with a Latina, strapped you.
So I'm the same. Keep the title on the Hurt Syndicate.
It's a big one for you, though, boys.
Wait.
Who will take the belt off the Hurt Syndicate? But if it's the Young Bucks, I'm going to lose my shit.
I think the
I hate
Bucks
the
are staying
Bucks.
away from the
Lose my
gold for a little bit.
I hate that. It's the Bucks, homie. I'm
Realistically,
sorry.
what other tag teams are there, though?
I mean, you got.
There aren't.
There's FTR, but they're bouncing around as heels now.
Oh, the Best Friends still a tag team, or is that a thing
Nope.
anymore?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope, they're broken up.
You know,
Oh
they
my
should have
God.
put the belt on the Outrunners instead of
I
Brian
would love that. I would love nothing more than the Outrunners to get a title run, but I don't even see that happening. I think it's just going to be one of these things where maybe I can't stand those fucking guys.
Bombs.
And then it's the stupidest name I've ever heard. I really do think that they're waiting for more people to come from Japan. I think they're waiting for other guys to come from Japan or for another fucking WWE tag team to be released, whom I have no fucking clue. But it's the Bucks. It's the Bucks.
Who just
It's
got
the Bucks.
released? Gallus.
Oh, hey. No.
Can't see
Wait a minute. What about the Grizzled Young Vets? Where the fuck have they been? I thought they signed to AEW.
Are they been
They
on
were
Collision?
on Collision. Everyone knows Collision's just
Grizzled
wasting
fucking
time.
Young Vets
I mean,
going.
to be fair, most weeks Collision seems to be the better show.
It is.
It is.
There you go.
Fucking Collision. I was like, all right, what's the hype? Oh, this is the hype. Because, I mean, now maybe it's just these last couple of weeks, but it's like Dynamite has been better. Don't get me wrong. It's been a lot better. There's not much to complain about. But I'm getting PWG vibes from Dynamite, and I'm getting the AEW that they want you to like. You know what I mean? The reason you started watching AEW on Collision. So you're getting a little bit of both, but I kind of want the more serious wrestling on my main show, and then vice versa. But then again, I'm also not complaining. They're making me watch both.
Yeah.
Assholes.
And no Rampage anymore, so it's just the two
Thank
shows.
God.
All right, Full House for Hurt Syndicate.
Cedric tomorrow, one.
All right, this one was a little bit of a surprise when I saw the lineup. Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match. Don't even remember the last time we had a stretcher match.
I don't either, and I'm trying to remember why we have a stretcher match. I also kind of don't care. Just down for it. Mark Briscoe has been on an absolute tear as far as how his wrestling has been. He's just been on a different level. Ricochet is hella over right now, but at the same time, Ricochet's got a lot of guys in his pocket. A lot of guys.
I think maybe
Like
Ricochet could benefit from a group. Maybe.
Go ahead.
He tried to join the Hurt Syndicate right early on.
Tried and failed.
Tried and failed. Yeah.
But yeah, I think he might actually end up joining the Elite. Believe it or not, and I just feel like he's going to end up hanging out with the Bucks a little bit more. He's going to be that third flippy guy to their routine or whatever. Who would be Kenny? But I think it's something. I think it'll be more of a Ricochet thing. At least that's my thing. I think it works. It fits in there. You know, they all know each other from Japan. I guess you can kind of fucking throw that into a hat if you wanted to. And as much as I want Mark Briscoe to win, as much as I do, because it's Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
And the elevation for Mark Briscoe is a W in my book. But again, Ricochet's got the right friends at the right time, and he's got the right momentum at the right time. So, sorry, Mark. But Ricochet is winning.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, Ricochet's got all the momentum. And no, I can't remember why they feud. I know they had a match a few weeks ago, but I don't know why it would escalate to a level to have a stretcher match.
Isn't it because of the whole thing with Sabu? Because Sabu and RVD, didn't they have a stretcher match in ECW?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's probably why after obviously trying
That's fair enough.
Sabu got rushed.
I'm about to say, yeah.
I'll take a tribute.
Right.
Yeah.
All day long.
I mean, hell, yeah. I mean, Ricochet had a pair of scissors. I mean, that's legal. So,
hell illegal.
I'm gonna go to beer first for this next one, and before I do I need to play the rant music?
Can I just say though, do you know Ricochet's 0-7 on the pay-per-view?
Is he?
Really?
I'm not. Yep, Ricochet's never won on AEW pay-per-view.
That changes this weekend.
I'm gonna go Ricochet. He needs to win over. I love Briscoe, but I'm gonna go Ricochet.
It's the year of the bird, and the cock's gonna win. I like it.
Okay, so beer first. Owen Hart women's final. Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Moné.
Right. There is a story there with Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm. Who remembers when Tony Storm beat Jamie Hayter? Was it All Out? Was it the night of Brawl Out?
Yeah.
Was it Brawl Out? Jamie needs the win back. And to possibly turn Jamie heel, which I would not mind.
No.
But Tony, I fucking dare you. I dare you. For fucking Mercedes to win that match. Or the build-up for her and Athena is fucking pointless.
I don't want that match either, though.
Wrestle twice in one fucking pay-per-view. At All In. Tony, I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. Put that clown winning the match. She doesn't need the win. You do not need 18 fucking titles on her. Thank God she lost. Was it the strong title she lost to, was it AZM?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank. Didn't take the pen, by the way. Jackass. Yeah, my heart wants Jamie, because, I love Jamie Hayter. She's fucking amazing. Mercedes, fuck's sake. I dare you, Tony. Prove me wrong. Mercedes does not need the win. I want her and Athena at All in Texas. Otherwise, you've just wasted a dream match, which you love your dream matches, Tony. You know you do, you fucking geek. The match with Mercedes and Athena, All in Texas, unless you have a fetish of making sure, because Jade is no longer in the AEW, she's in WWE, and you want to have a fetish of making sure that you don't have the longest ever title reign on someone who used to be in your company, and now you're moving over to Mercedes. who has not put anyone over since arriving.
She literally hasn't.
Not a single person.
Thank you.
Not one.
She couldn't even get her bodyguard over.
Where's Camille?
Like,
Camille's gone.
Yeah, that just made it worse. So I love Beer's rants. These things are they're spot on every single time. They're spot on. And he makes an incredibly valid point. There's you built this whole thing with Athena for a little bit, and you have momentum behind it. There is a story to finish. And if you're gonna just bypass it for the name value, it's a fucking waste. It's a fucking waste because let's be totally honest. Tony is far more over than Mercedes Monet. Hands down, plain and simple. She's far more over. If that is a loss and Mercedes is this world beater, you're fucking your women's division. Getting it back is going to be a mission and a half. I think not. I think this is the perfect opportunity to continue that story that we thought we were going to fucking have. We thought we were going to have the, was it Hayter and Tony Storm at All in London? We didn't get it.
Yeah.
Now is the time to finish it. It's a great opportunity. Hayter wins the cup. It's a great momentum comeback for her. Mercedes gets a knockdown, but you leave it perfectly for Athena and her at Texas, which is the ultimate opportunity, which then, guess what? She can then lose that belt to Athena and then go on to face Toni Storm, not having to worry about it, because that is the number one thing that keeps coming back to my mind. You can get rid of the stature between them all. You can get rid of who's the bigger star. What in the fuck are we doing with the TBS title?
Thank you.
I've been on record by saying you take a mid-card title and you cash it in for the top title. In this storyline, it makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense in this storyline because what you're doing is you're dragging this one out. This one doesn't need to be dragged out. You have avenues for her to lose the TBS title to almost anyone else. Why drag it on? Add an accolade just for her to lose. You're going to build this person up just to lose? I would, if it ends up being an L, I would rather it be Jamie Hayter. I would, because at least with Jamie Hayter, you can have her, as Beer again said perfectly, you can have her go heel or tween if you want to go that bananas. You have a nice little staple by putting some silverware in your cabinet. And then you go on in the big show in a match we've been wanting to see that we didn't get a chance to see. And it's not like you burned Mercedes because that's still a very good match with Athena. So this answers all the questions. You put Hayter in the situation. Mercedes isn't going to lose momentum. She cut a fucking WWE promo last night for crying out loud.
Yeah,
they're going to still be her fucking fans because they still see Sasha Banks. It's fine. Let her lose. Give it to fucking Jamie. Plain and simple.
And where's Athena from, by the way?
Texas.
Texas.
Thank you. The perfect place for Athena, who should be on the main roster anyway. What's she doing in Ring of Honor? Because Ring of Honor sucks.
Dominates
Let's
it.
be honest. Ring of Honor is garbage. Not as good as it used to be. And you have Punk and Joe and a few other names.
It'll never be as good
Why
as
is
Heyday.
Athena not? And what are they doing with Megan Bayne? Why is Megan Bayne on Collision all of a sudden?
The same thing they're doing with Deonna Purrazzo. A fuck all.
Deonna Purrazzo is now going to Ring of Honor. She's going to GCW in a few weeks' time, by the way.
This Ring of Honor is like WWE ECW level bad.
Yeah.
Very bad. The only shining light is Athena.
Yeah.
The only shining light.
But like speaking of Mercedes, I don't even know why the TBS champion is in a tournament for a world title shot anyway.
Other than name value.
Exactly.
But then again, look at the names we just mentioned. Look at the names we just mentioned that are sitting on the pine.
Deonna?
Yeah.
Just on the back burner, not doing shit, bro. Like, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, you got all this talent literally sitting in the fucking background, and it's just like, you're not using them. Like, they're just really just sitting back there, just watching at this point, and then you're going to complain about your roster being overbloated, so you release some people, but then you bring more people in, and you keep forgetting, hey, you still got talent you ain't used yet. Like I said, it's like you're cheating on a diet. You want to trim the fat, but you still want to eat unhealthy. Like, what the fuck?
Even even Harley Cameron's on TV every week, and I'll be honest, she's not the greatest wrestler, but she is a living, breathing, walking meme, and she's on TV every week.
Every week, and she's killing it. But then again, if you gave others a little bit of that extra exposure, they could be over too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't have to put them in the ring every week.
No.
And what they're going to do with Thekla when she arrives? Because Thekla is going to AEW. God, she's great.
I was gonna play this safe and say Mercedes, but you brought up a lot of good points. It should be Jamie Hayter.
Jamie needs a win.
Jamie needs
that too.
Simple as that.
Full House?
Tony is a fucking mark.
Yeah, Full House, and yes, Tony is mark.
Fucking moron.
All right. We mentioned FTR.
And here's a question before we go to the next round. I'm so sorry. Sorry to cut you off there. Who is booking this women's division in AEW? Who is it? There's Tony and the other two. RJ City and Will Washington.
As far as I know, and this was a report stemming back from their last pay-per-view, there's two bookers. Tony Khan, Bryan Danielson.
Expected better from Danielson, to be fair.
I mean, it's probably TK who decides who wins, but Danielson's probably got a good hand in booking the actual matches.
I'm sure we're dealing with the Triple H kind of scenario where you got somebody who's got some decent ideas, they're gonna work, and then the boss goes,
"Nah,
yeah, but do this instead. Yeah, but do that instead. Yeah, but do this instead." So it's like, huh? Okay. We'll see.
Tony shouldn't be booking full stop.
Tony shouldn't book a flight.
Things were great.
Tony shouldn't even read a book.
Things were great 5-6 years ago when Tony was just the president and he was leaving everything to the Bucks and Cody and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was when the demise came, when Cody went.
Yeah, I've always said that since the day he left. They've struggled since Cody left. Since
Cody went, since Punk went, that was it.
Oh, Punk just blew
I think
up.
the Punk thing took off some momentum. I don't think it murdered him. I think it just gave a bad taste in the mouth. Nobody really wanted to do shit. Everybody wanted to be rogue for a little bit. It's weird. But, yeah.
You notice the quality of the matches when Cody was there.
Yeah.
Notice the difference. And where's Chris Statlander?
Cody had the whole team with him. He had Arn Anderson, all the other trainers he had in.
Black.
Yeah.
Dean Malenko. Oh. Probably one of the most underrated wrestlers I think I've seen.
Poor Dean's got a wheelchair these days, fam.
It's a shame, though. I loved Dean Malenko when I was a kid.
He's a fucking man.
Oh, he's so underrated.
All right, tag team, FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel fucking McGuinness.
Nigel fucking McGuinness. Is Bryan coming back? That's my number one question when this whole thing is happening. Is what the fuck is Nigel doing here? And is Bryan coming back?
Like, Bryan always said he wasn't retiring completely. He was just retiring from full time. So in theory, he could pop back now and again.
And I just, when I hear Nigel, Bryan's right there. It's right there. It's right there. And I understand why it happened, and I know how the story is. Nigel got ahead of himself, and he still thinks he's a wrestler, and blah, 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 blah. But where are we going? You know what I'm saying? Where are we going? I think FTR is going to win.
Yeah.
And I think that leads to Bryan being in Texas. In what form or shape, I have no fucking clue.
So, leading to FTR versus Daniel and Bryan?
Daniel and Bryan. That'd be fucking hilarious. Either that or Nigel. Nigel and Bryan teaming together to go against FTR. Something tells me like that, yes, Daniel Garcia is the young guy who should be getting the push in this whole thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go old heads versus FTR. And if they
That'd be good.
did, it's a nostalgia. It's not a nostalgia thing. It's a name thing. And then again, it's happening all in Texas. If it were to happen,
Yeah.
which I think could work.
Well, I mean,
So I'm gonna live in fantasy land.
it would make sense. It's almost, right, even though they changed the months, it's the same pay-per-view last year that Brian won the world title.
Mm.
We were there.
Remember
You
that.
were there.
Even though it should have been Swerve Hangman. And I stick to that.
Yeah, I get what they did, why they did it. I wouldn't have traded that moment, but are we sticking all with FTR on this one?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I got a feeling like Danny Garcia. I mean, he might end up going. I mean, he can take an L. I mean, he ain't gonna lose momentum by any means.
No.
Like they might book him for another storyline to have a big push against somebody else, and then sets up Daniel Bryan to be like, "Hey, Nigel, you need a partner in Texas? I'm here," you know. But I think FTR is gonna pull this one out.
I can see Bryan coming back, but are they going to do like an Avengers sort of finisher when whoever wins the match between Ospreay and Hangman against Moxley? Because Bryan's going to want revenge on Mox.
Yeah.
I think that's how I
The whole roster is.
Bryan.
Yeah.
And can we just say, I would shout out to Darby Allin for clowning my
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Shout out to Darby Allin.
planting that AEW flag atop the mountain.
He should be home in like a month.
Yeah. And then need time to recover.
Alright, so this one was the latest added match, Okada versus Speedball for the Continental title.
It's gonna bang, but nothing's gonna change.
Nah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
It's just a procedure
Formality.
title. Yeah, formality.
Yeah.
Again, what everybody knows right now, or at least the ones in the know, as they like to say, as the kids say, it's Okada and Omega in Texas. It's gonna be more than likely a unification of these titles, the the international and the continental, because they're basically the same fucking thing. And it's gonna be glorious. Now, I guess just we might as well get some defenses in while we can, because it'll go away. So Okada all day long, even though I'm glad Speedball's getting an opportunity. Good job pushing Speedball. This cat deserves the push and then some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little annoyed, actually. They seem to have put more thought into this All In than they did in Wembley last year. All of that seemed kind of rushed, but every match they booked, our booking so far for this one in Texas is a banger. Speaking of bangers, Toni Storm defending the women's world title against Mina Shirakawa.
It's gonna slap.
It's gonna slap harder than the Slappy Mama seasoning, baby.
This is my critique. Why put this match in after 2 weeks when Mina's only just arrived? That's my only criticism.
They have history. They have history.
Yeah, I take that point. Why is Mina going to take a clean pin after being there for... How long Mina's been there full time now? 3 weeks?
Yeah, a couple of weeks she signed officially.
Brother, give me any other fucking name worth relevancy right now. Give me a single other one.
I'd even have Tony going up against some bum. Like,
and that's the fucking point, though. That's the downside of it right now. Is they've literally fed everyone to Tony, to Brock Lesnar, if you will. They've fed her everybody. There's nothing more to do unless you want to start pulling fucking rabbits out of a hat in order for her to get a dub. I think this is good. I think this is great because you have the clash of personalities. The tits out, this and that. She's I'm here, I'm queer type of. I love Tony. Everything Tony does is fucking fantastic. Everything Mina does is fucking fantastic. So I think for at least the hell of it, this is going to be entertaining. I also would not be surprised if somebody gets involved, whether it's a Mariah May or somebody else. I don't want Mariah May anywhere near Toni Storm in the World Championship, but I don't know. I'm sure something can go down from this. But yeah, no, it's going to be Tony, but it's also going to be hella entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Mariah May. What is Mariah going to do? Is because obviously she's in a contract year. Would Mariah just have one more feud with Mina before probably she'll end up in WWE?
It'd be
I
fucking
think
hilarious if
Mariah's-
she just signed a new contract without us knowing and then showed up.
Love that.
It could
I would
happen.
love that.
Unless it's going to be Mariah's farewell, put Mina over, and Mariah probably end up in NXT. It happened,
I
but
hope not, but we'll see.
I mean,
She does fit that bill, though, Nee. She really does fit the bill.
Yeah, I'd imagine she'd go straight to NXT, but wouldn't be there for very long.
Yeah.
feel like
She'll be there for like 3 months tops, and then main roster.
Tops.
She'll run the division for at least a couple of months, and then straight to the main roster.
All right, so Anarchy in the Arena. Team Swerve versus Mox's Murder Crew, a.k.a. the Death Riders. Now, Gabe Kidd's not in the match now.
Why did he get involved in the
Hold on. I don't know. I have not said this line in quite some time listening to Max. I just got done listening to Uncle Dave. And Uncle Dave is already guesstimating that there's going to be 7 people on Moxley's side, and that includes Gabe Kidd. So there's a possibility of a 7th person joining Team Swerve. Who that is, I got no fucking clue.
Well, we said last week could still be Coda.
I love the idea.
Right now, the teams are Kenny, Swerve, Joe, Hobbs, and Shibata, and Willow Nightingale. And the Death Riders is Mox, Claudio, Wheeler, Marina, and then the Young Bucks.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, they are plugging the fuck out of Gabe Kidd, so I throw Gabe Kidd in there as well. And if whomever you had, it's got to be somebody else from New Japan. So why not a Coda? But if not him, maybe an Ishii, maybe Goto. Goto's still world champion. Maybe Goto's world champ right now. Maybe Hiroki Goto. Maybe you can have who else is a blast from the fucking past?
I got a surprise.
Naito, who's on his way out too.
Naito's contract's getting ready to end.
What about Bryan Danielson?
Maybe that's where he comes in.
Yeah,
talking about him showing up for Nigel. Why not just show up at all and insert yourself into the Nigel gimmick? I love that.
That's a good one, Beer. I'll give you that one, Beer. That's a good one.
So long as it's not too predictable and it's just cope.
No. I like Beer's idea better, bro. I like the fact if it's Daniel, not Cope, because Cope is a dope on the rope, has no hope.
And boy.
Poor Edge. I can see Swerve winning now. Team Swerve winning. They've probably got more chance of getting along than, even though they teamed pretty well this last night, the Death Riders and the Bucks.
I think so. I think teams. Oh God, see, this is my fucking problem. I want Swerve's team to win to help slow down whatever fucking momentum the Moxley Murder Crew has. But I'm just so goddamn afraid that we're stuck in the 90s and it's the NWO. Because that's what it's always come down to. At the end of the fucking day, you think Moxley's beat. You think the Murder Crew is at least gotten to one time. They don't have to dismantle after one fucking loss. But you think you've gotten to them one time, and then the numbers come out. The faction comes out. The NWO factor of this entire thing happens, and it gets flipped upside down its head, and it's fucking annoying. I pray to God we don't get it in this one. So I'm going to stick with Swerve's team. I'm probably in the wrong, but fuck it. Let it ride.
I'll go with the Moxley Murder Crew.
Okay.
Even though they don't need the win.
I'm going with Team Swerve.
Yeah, see, Moxley Murder Crew don't need the win, but again, it's just that NWO factor is too goddamn heavy.
It really is.
All right, pretty mixed bag for that one then. Everything else is kind of one-sided, but let's see on the final of the men's, because I don't know which way to go. Hangman versus Ospreay.
Literal fucking coin flip, bro. That's going to be your easier chance on this one. And then it doesn't make it any easier, the promo that they had to open up Dynamite going at each other, talking about how Will Ospreay is spending 12 hours in, leaving on Saturday, or what is it, at least leaving Tuesday, spending 12 hours a day, in the air and going through airports, missing out on his son and stuff with his wife. And he's doing this for them, the people. And Hangman flips. Is that going to be enough? And it's like, oh, got you. Is that, what do you mean it's not enough? I did it all for them. What did they do for me? And it's, oh, shit. Okay. We get it. So both of these guys have an axe to grind, but the reality is they have the same goal in mind. They have to take back this title from this menace. They have to end the terror that is Jon Moxley. And regardless of who does it, they have each other's back, which I'm already loving that. Putting it as the main event is going to be difficult. It is going to be difficult. However, I don't know. Maybe there's like 2 or 3 different guys I could put in to do a job like this, but this is 2 out of the 7 or 8 of them. And if it works out, Jesus, is it going to elevate these 2 men even more so? But it still leaves the fucking question of who's going to be the guy. Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be the guy? You could say Hangman because Texas, the Hangman, Jackety Yak, Jackety Jack. Then you could say it's Will Ospreay because who's had a better momentum run? Who's got more momentum right now than Will Ospreay?
Hangman.
And again, he made a great point. I want to go back to London when they go to the O2 for All In or All Out. And he wants to be a world champion. Oh, I'm sorry, for Forbidden Door. Thank you.
Door, yeah.
So I don't want to say it's whatever your preference is because I'd take either or. But, and I love it and I hate it and I hate that I'm saying this, but I love that it's going to happen. It has to be Will Ospreay. I love Hangman Adam Page. The story in Texas makes sense. All of that goes fine and dandy and great, and it's made for movies. Cool. But Will Ospreay is the greatest thing that left Japan that's not named Kenny Omega or Kazuchika Okada. He made a name for himself, surrounded by the names of Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega, Tanahashi, you fucking name of Naito. You can go down the list. And he still was that name. He still was that dude. Jay White left. He took over seamlessly. He's come here, has dominated. Hangman has gone through trying periods. And as much as the redemption of Hangman has been the catalyst of his stories, and they've worked to perfection, it's time to find out why the Japanese exports are the reason why AEW are going to not surpass, but continue onward, to continue forward. Relying on the WWE name, guys, is great when we need to, but there's a reason why this company is different. And it starts with guys like Hangman Adam Page and finishes with guys like Kenny Omega, and in this instance, Will Ospreay.
This is tough.
It just made the decision even harder now.
I know,
now,
that makes it worse.
This is tough.
This is real tough.
This is tough.
I think the story's going with Hangman.
It definitely leans that way, and again, you can't give me a bad decision. I'm not taking no for an answer in either one of these. You know what I mean? It's dub.
No, I mean,
it's dub.
The pendulum swung continuously during that promo last night, which way it was going to go.
Too much foam on that beer by Will Ospreay, by the way.
Oh yeah, bro.
Way too much. I was like,
Way
oh,
too much foam.
You can put a fucking flake in that fucking motherfucker.
Way the Hangman's
still downed it.
That's like a G.
Cowboy, fam.
That's the cowboy here.
This is my take on this.
Okay, let's hear it.
If Hangman loses, what are they going to do with Hangman going into All In? Are they going to have him and Swerve against the Bucks?
Oh.
Or if Ospreay loses, who's Ospreay going to face at All In?
I'm kind of looking past All In. So he's talking about going into Forbidden Door as world champion and everything. But if Hangman does win and then beats Mox, you could still have Ospreay versus Mox at Forbidden Door. It just wouldn't be for the title.
Yeah.
Right.
It's too tough. My heart says... My head is desperate for Hangman.
Yeah.
Because I want Hangman so much to win the title. I'm going to have to go Will Ospreay.
All right, so with all the variables into play with this one, because either way, it is a yes. Yes for Hangman. Yes for Will Ospreay. It's a tough and difficult decision, but in the process of looking at things from an analytical standpoint, like what would make the better storyline? What would be the better way to go about things? We don't know. We can fantasy book it all we want. And, decision is ultimately up to TK or Daniel, whoever is booking it. But for long-term storytelling reasons, I mean, they both want a piece of Mox. And unfortunately, their matches last before the Anarchy in the Arena, which, one of them could have showed up if one lost and already could have been enjoying the 7-member, but in this case, that's not going to happen. So,
yeah.
It's gonna have to be who wants it more at the end of the day, who's hungrier, who's willing to do whatever it takes. And we have seen Hangman in a position where he has done literally unforgivable things to get the dub. Where Will Ospreay is not like that. So in those two variables alone, because that's the only difference that I could see here, I had to give it to Hangman.
Split. I like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dustin also kept bringing up the point that he and Sammy were day oneers. So is Hangman.
Oh my goodness.
When none of us are going to lose in this, because this match, not only one, it's going to be fucking great, but two, whoever beats John Moxley for the fucking title, we all fucking win.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't really care who wins so long as they beat Mox.
Don't care if it's fucking Commander. Just take the fucking belt off John Moxley. You had the chance, but you fucked it up with Dynasty.
Yeah. Nope, 1,000% agreed. And you're right, we're all gonna win no matter what. And speaking of that, we're gonna win by the end of this show because we still got one match to go for tonight, and we still got to hear about the Travis's decision. So. We want to thank you guys for joining us for Full House. And as a reminder, our next Max event is just 5 weeks away.
Yeah, Trivia Takeover 10 comes your way June 26th, which just happens to be Phoenix's birthday. And it is the night where Trivia does indeed take over, because what was once a Promo Mania tradition now finds a new home as the Iron Bank Challenge returns for that oh-so-coveted briefcase.
Boy, howdy is it ever. We will also be predicting WWE's Night of Champions. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/takeover for more information.
Yeah, and we're currently sitting with the last two people to hold the Iron Bank briefcase.
Right.
All right, before we close this up and we get the Bell End board, the Bruv board, and Travis's decision, I'm interested to see how this one works out. It is a trip inside Emir's head. AT Rustlar versus the Kingpin.
You know what, AT Wrestler? I gotta say, I'm actually glad that you really kept your word and showed up for this.
Brother, you seriously thought that I'd missed a chance to look you in the eyes and tell you what a piece of shit you are, brother.
What the fuck is your problem, man? I mean, honestly. I thought you were my fucking brother, man. I thought we were fucking family. Okay? I thought we were so close that we were damn near one and the same. What did I do to deserve... What did I...
What did I do to deserve? Oh, how could you? How could you? Shut up, you whiny little bitch. How could I, brother? How could you? How could you lay down for Travis the Walker Anderson, brother? And while we're on it, bruh, how could you lose your crown, brother? Damn near your life, brother, to Flex Murdoch. I mean, as long as we're keeping score, when's the last time you actually got a win, you washed up bitch?
So this is about wins and losses. Are you serious, motherfucker? You threw away a lifetime of friendship over a win-loss record?
Oh, come off it, brother. I threw away nothing. Because that's exactly what you have, brother. In fact, that's exactly what you are, bitch. You have no titles, brother. You have no friends, brother. And you have no wins, brother. I mean, hell, I would call you the Clown of Max Wrestling, dude. But that title already belongs to somebody who actually knows how to capture gold in Max Wrestling, brother, and knows how to lead a team.
Oh, you want to talk about leadership? Well, where's your fucking team, huh? I don't see anybody by your side. You promised fucking Chris Reed would be here, didn't you? But I don't see that fucking illiterate-ass country bumpkin anywhere, bitch.
You see, brother, that's exactly the problem with a dumb motherfucker like you. You always fail to see what's directly in front of your face, brother. And I'll admit, I had the same problem for years. For years, brother, I followed you up and down the road, all around Max Wrestling, brother. I stood by your side. I had your back, brother. And for what? For what? What did it gain me? You made a joke out of me, brother. But guess what? You'll never make a joke out of AT Rustlar again. You're looking at the whole fucking show, brother. Yeah, brother.
See, that's where you're wrong, homie. I can always see what's going on around me. I can see what's in front of my face, and I can see what the fuck is behind my back. I just made the mistake of trusting you, okay? But I don't have to worry about that no more, do I? No. And you know what? You're alone, bitch, but I'm not, okay? I told you I was gonna show up tonight with backup, and I did just that. You know what I got with me? A real brother. A real family member. I'm talking about the kind of dude that refused to even face me in a promo battle in the past because he wouldn't dream of saying anything bad about me. That's how much he loves me. But you know what? I'm gonna do you one better. I'm not even gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna let him tell you himself.
For the life of me, I just don't understand why anybody would betray the ruler, the Kingpin. It's downright idiotic, and I won't stand for it. AT Wrestler, I hate you. Chris Reeds, I will always hate
you. Yeah, tell his bitch ass.
AT piece of shit. How dare you disrespect and or betray the ruler, Kingpin? How in your right mind could you even think of doing such a dirty deed to somebody who's so electrifying?
That's right, Dinero. Put fire on this motherfucker. And AT, answer his question, bitch. Who do you think you are? Turning on me, the Kingpin.
Oh, brother. So if I'm understanding this correctly, brother, you think I came here alone, brother? And you think Dinero came here to support you, brother?
Of course he came here to support me, man. Are you fucking dumb? He's not you, bro. He's not a fucking backstabbing loser who aligns himself with Chris fucking Reed, okay? Dinero, tell this motherfucker so we can get on with this ass whooping. Dinero, I said tell this motherfucker that you rocking with me.
I love you. I'm sorry.
Teddy, no. Oh my God. Wait.
Piece of shit.
Let me tell you something, you little fucking bitch. Your time is up, and my time is now, brother. I'm gonna make it my whole fucking job 24/7 to take everything that's ever mattered from you, brother. I'm gonna make sure when it's all said and done that you're completely fucking irrelevant. There's a new sheriff in town, bruh. This is your last warning, Kingpin. Stay down, bitch. If I have to say it again, I promise you won't survive next time.
A bellend? You're a bellend, mate. Look, bellend 1, bellend 2, big veiny bellend over here.
So, Tony got a lot of points last week. I think he's now in second place with 200. Obviously, we all know who's first place. So I'm going to start it off this week. I'm sorry, Dustin. Just that promo. It was 3 different promos at the same time somehow. I don't know what the hell was going on. But I'm not going to be too mean because we all like Dustin Rose, so 10 points.
10 points. Not too bad. Could be worse.
If there's anyone respecting the wrestling business law, it is Dustin. I love Dustin, but that promo was cringe.
Very much so. I'm making this like a weekly special, so each and every week, Daz and I get a nice, lovely message from Chris, Chris Reed, our EVP of Max Wrestling, the Facebook page. Which, by the way, you need to go over there and check it out. You know what I mean? He's got it on the wraps, and of course, who better to be brought up than Vince goddamn Russo? So I'm just going to name a few of these things off this list because apparently, if you are on any of these lists, or if you agree with anything that's on this list, you, sir, or madame, are a mark. Let's just go with a couple of the obvious. If you own a lot of black shirts with pit stains, you are a mark. If you don't just go to wrestling shows but want to be a part of it, you are a mark. If you feel Dave Meltzer is a god or is your god, which I think that's a bit far-fetched, you are a mark. Work rate in fake wrestling matches is important to you. That makes you a mark. And my most favorite one, if you rent space free of charge in your mother's basement,
wow,
that it makes you a mark. Don't you do a show from your attic?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So Vince Russo, 25 points. 15 for the stupid list, 10 for existing on the internet still. Just unplug the router and give it up, fam.
Bro.
Bro.
Did he say a day?
Anybody else want to shout some more out before I do another one?
I'll let you go first.
Ain't
Okay.
I'm leaving the best till last.
So this would, if we still did shit Mark say, this would be on that. This is, I'm gonna give 30 points to Ghost of Madness at Amber Layla. Posted a screenshot of Alexa Bliss, who was facing Chelsea Green this week, and Michin actually in a triple threat.
Hey.
And Layla says, or Amber, whichever one's your first name, "Who let the old lady back in the game? Chelsea deserved it more." Alexa was actually the youngest in the match.
Fucking criminy.
Wow.
When you don't know, you look like a fool.
Alexa replied, "Be right back, scheduling my Botox appointment." And Chelsea also came to her defense and said, "I'm older than her." The oldest one in the match is actually Michin.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
God,
30 points to Amber Layla.
Ghost girl. Ghost girl.
Ghost of Madness. You're definitely mad. Trying to think if there's anybody else I wanted to dish points out this week. Mercedes for dressing like a kaleidoscope and comparing herself to Beyonce, even though I'm not that much of a Beyonce fan anyway. Let's make it a nice round 100 so you can have 10 points.
Kaleidoscope. I'm fucking dead.
Other than that, there was a couple of slip-ups on promos last night, but other than Dustin's, nothing was too bad.
Oh, okay. Corey, you got somebody?
Dude, honestly, like,
oh no,
other than the incident personally that happened to me, not really.
Oh, that's right. My man got spat on, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Let's 50 points.
Shit is that?
Yeah. So can he get, like, I don't know, 20 points for just having the audacity?
I'm gonna give 50.
The audacity, fam.
Yeah, give him 50.
50.
Who the fuck spits at people in public?
That wasn't smart. That wasn't the smartest move I've seen ever. I give him 50 points. That's the only person I got. Everybody else has got their own points, but he gets 50 just for the audacity to just load it up. Bro. The audacity, fam.
The audacity.
Yeah.
All right, that'll wrap up the bell end board.
Oh, you haven't got mine, yeah?
Oh, I thought I didn't think you were doing one. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I have. I want to give 50 points to some people on the IWC.
Hey, IWC.
The amount of people, I should have done this on the week after the releases. The amount of people I saw crying about the likes of Cora Jade, Dakota Kai, to name a few. There was one person that said, "Oh, they signed Jeff Cobb when he's 42, and they released Dakota Kai when he's 37. Listen, you fucking nerds. I saw on the night Dakota Kai got released, she had about 50,000 likes on her tweet. What if Dakota Kai goes to AEW and you hate AEW? Are the 50,000 people going to go over to watch Dynamite when she fucking debuts?
Nope.
No! The ones that complained about Cora Jade, you are going to be subscribing to her fucking OnlyFans when she launches it is in 2 weeks' time. Are you going to watch a match against Izzy Moreno that's going to be on GCW?
Don't do it.
I'll be watching it because I got Triller TV. I will be watching on Triller TV. What about the ones who are crying about Gigi Dolan? She's facing Zachary Wentz in a few weeks' time. Lucky bastard, by the way. Are they going to subscribe to Triller TV?
Nope. They don't do indies.
And what about Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter? When they end up debuting in TNA, and they will probably beat the Elegances for the tag team titles. Are you going to get a TNA TV? Or Access TV as it is in the States? No. So the amount of nerds that need to shut the fuck up. most of them were injury prone.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it
Oh,
in
yeah.
your fucking system.
Dude,
Fucking
Casey
geeks.
Catanzaro couldn't go 3-4 months without getting hurt.
And I fucking love Casey Catanzaro.
This is great. Don't get me wrong, but there's reasons why these people got released. But you're 100%, dude. If you're gonna fucking cry about them being released, but you're not gonna go figure out where they went, then there's no point of you crying.
For real.
I'm a Tegan Knox fan, and I watched the show on Sunday. It was called Attack Pro Wrestling. I think it was in Cardiff or Swansea.
Yeah.
I supported the Indies, and it was a fucking banger show I watched on YouTube. It was free. And I'm even tempted to even go and watch a show and go and support the independent circuit.
Hey,
And
let's
the
do it.
And the independent circuit is as red hot as it's been for the last 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Independent at the minute is fucking great.
I loved Tegan Knox too, but she was another one, like torn ACL after torn ACL after torn ACL. Same with Cora Jade.
Yeah, it's like hashtag WWE because all the ACL and MCL injuries.
This fool's.
So it's almost like Kevin Nash should have been booking the NXT division.
Hey-oh.
Oh,
So I keep pulling out every week. When I see a match that gets promoted with Cora Jade, I expect the people to go and buy Triller TV to watch and support. Wear your Cora Jade shirts with a sign saying Cora got fumbled by Triple H or Shawn Michaels. So, losers, support the independent circuit. Dakota Kai goes to TNA. You're going to get access TV. Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm gonna try.
I will be. I watch TNA.
I will be. Because most of these people. Go ahead, Beer.
Oh, no, sorry. I'll let you finish. Sorry, Corey.
It's like, because most of these people on the independent scene are like literally showing up at like public events like AML, which I go to shows of AML, and they are red hot too. Like Joe Hendry was there, Kelly, Fodder, Kalisto, Kane, Devon, you name it. All these people show up in the independent scene. Like, I don't see why people shit on it so much. Like,
a lot.
Like
too much
you guys
watching.
Yeah, it's like so many E-drums. I'm like, listen, I know you love the WWE. We get that. We love that. But there is so much more than just WWE. Love it for you. But check out the independent scene because, like Beer said, dude, it is on fire.
Red hot. What about the Shotzi Blackheart fans? If there is many out there, are you going to go and watch her in MLW?
Of course they're not.
Did anyone watch the Indy Hartwell's match at House of Glory a couple of weeks ago? I watched it. I like Indy Hartwell.
This is the
Indy
reason.
Hartwell's got 3 titles right now. I bet they didn't even know that. She got 3 titles right now.
Thank you.
Didn't even know.
This is the reason they do freak out so much, because they know they're not going to go find wherever they go in the indies next. They're pissed off that they can't watch them anymore because they don't want to go find them.
Exactly.
They would rather have it all brought to you on a silver plate in the WWE because that's their own little bubble.
I only watch the big leagues. I can hear it now.
So apologies that went longer than I wanted to. So
you're fine.
All right.
Leave rants.
Now let's go to the good side. Points for the bruv board, bruv.
Bruv.
Brother.
I got to give bruv points to that crowd on Monday Night Raw, dude. They were absolutely killing it.
That punk pop was just insane.
Yeah, where were they? Carolina?
Greensboro, wasn't it?
It was in Greensboro, yeah.
Greensboro. You get points.
Give them a PLE.
I've never been so proud of my home state.
Big up North Carolina for that.
Oh, speaking of crowds, you're reminding me to add 20 points to the Bellend board for the Albuquerque crowd on Dynamite because they sucked.
Yep.
They popped a little bit, but otherwise they were crickets. Swerve came out, not a single person was dancing.
Except Nana.
Except Nana, yeah. They got no rhythm in Albuquerque.
Really not.
What a boring place. No offense, Albuquerque.
That's why Bugs Bunny always said he took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. He knew it.
You gotta turn around because this place ain't got no vibes.
Hell no.
I just see Kermit the Frog. Back the way you came.
Back the way you came. Oh, I love Family Guy.
All right, so Greensboro get the points. Beer, anybody for the Bruv board?
Firstly, I actually do want to give 10 points to Tegan Knox and Danny Luma for a very good match on the show I watched on Sunday. So 10 points for both ladies. Tap Pro Wrestling. If there is any shows going forward, you should watch it. It's a very good show to watch for a couple of hours.
Do it.
Who did I want to give points to? Damn it. I think I was gonna go for the Greensboro crowd actually.
Hey.
I already got beat to it.
I got 20 each.
Okay.
Oh.
And I think I'm probably going to steal it from Mo, but 20 points to Will Ospreay and Hangman Page for that fucking opening promo. That was fucking
Well
sweet.
deserved. 20 is exactly where I was at. Good job, fam.
Adam Page. That's Hangman's first points on the board this year.
Oh, shit.
You kidding?
Yeah, we've been sleeping on Hangman.
That is insanity.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Insanity.
Actually, no, I got points. 50 points to Dominic Mysterio.
Hey.
Yeah,
Damn,
Nami.
that brother knows how to
You had
hold it.
Liv.
Oh,
Now you got Roxanne and a box of chicken fucking nuggets at the same time.
And a box of the chicken nuggies.
Boy.
I think I know who I pick out of them two, if I'm very
Not
honest.
trying to.
Yeah, the chicken
I'm
nuggets.
just trying to eat the nuggies and enjoy the view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, bro.
Although,
Roxy.
I thought he was more chicken tenders, not chicken nuggets.
Hey.
Chicken's chicken.
Any chicken-like substance is all right with me.
Chicken and bread, it works.
Chicken, yep, breaded chicken. Hook me up one time.
But yeah,
I got some points. I don't know if we did this a couple of weeks ago, so if we did, please go ahead and correct me. Otherwise, I want to give a shout out to anybody who's been given a shout out to the now late great Steve Mongo McMichael.
Something we did, but
no. And I like that Dynamite did it. AEW did it separately too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to say he passed. It was like towards the end of April. It's a shame. Even the NFL is bringing an awareness, to his passing. He is up there as far as one of the sack leaders. He is a legend for the Chicago Bears. He was a legend for WCW. May his legacy live on forever. Even the little Chihuahua he had. Love that thing.
So I guess that wraps us up for this week.
Oh, we forgot two people actually.
Oh, hit me.
20 points each to Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton for that absolute great match out.
Oh, I heard that thing slap.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, the spot at the end. I was like, oh, that ending spot. I thought, holy shit, Nia's gonna pull it off. But Tiffany got a hand on the rope, and then that chair shot Nia talk. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Tiffany's been killing it.
Give Nia Jax fucking praise. I think she deserves
guess.
a lot of praise lately. Man, play Nia Jax.
I guess so.
Nah, Nia
Yeah,
deserves a
I
lot
have
of praise.
to.
That match was great on SmackDown.
Okay.
I think I might award 10 points to Rhea Ripley for just being mommy.
Just for being.
I mean, yeah, it's
Just being mommy.
It's a weekly thing. We have to give her points.
Yeah.
Just being mommy.
Just being mommy.
I'm gonna give 10 points to Prince Nana for being the only person in the arena dancing for Swerve last night.
Yep. We were dancing at home, but I promised it wasn't in the arena.
And we do also on the show today she would get well soon to Zoe Stark because that injury was
Yes.
fucking
Oh god.
gruesome.
Yeah.
I literally had to turn my head away when I saw that.
50 points to Zoe Stark because that was nasty.
Turn my head away.
The amount of
Understatement.
they're gruesome. Like I watched all 3 Terrifier movies, but that shit made me like, oh fuck.
Even Rhea broke
Chills.
character when she saw that.
Fuck it, I'll take the
Rhea
chainsaw.
broke character. And people are blaming Kyrie for it.
No, that was just
The
momentum.
move was all Zoe.
It's just awkward momentum.
I think it was the landing. She didn't even make contact with Kyrie before the
No.
actual injury.
Yeah, she landed and she came down one way and her knee went the other. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So last one, I'm gonna give 20 points to Truth because that sit-down interview with Pat McAfee was a solid promo.
Love it. Love Truth.
All right, that wraps up the Bruv board. Now we have one last bit of business to attend to, and that's to find out Travisty's decision. So, like I said, I have not opened the video yet, so I don't know his decision. I'm going to find out at the same time as everybody else.
Make the right
Let's hear it.
decision, Travis. Make the right decision.
Dazzy Lee, take your offer and shove it right up your candy ass. I'm sick and tired of playing by your rules. Trust me. Our fight is coming, but it will be under my terms. Due to the fact that Max Wrestling, as far as I see it, belongs to the brothers of Max Destruction. So, let me know who wins the World Championship. Either way, the Dragon Club, prepare for your destruction. Again.
All right, then.
All right. And see, I didn't even know that. I didn't know he, like, damn, all right. I don't even, like, we've been in contact, but I didn't know he was that. All right, Trav, I hear you, buddy. Put us on the map, bro.
Okay, then. So that means we're going by the clock for the world title.
Right.
Alright, beer comes in at 3 minutes 25 seconds, just over the minimum.
Okay.
Travis's clock stopped at 4 minutes 30 seconds. That makes him, I don't even know now because the histories are mashed up. 5-time world champion. Congratulations, Travis.
I'll get my belt back soon.
Oh, yeah. Iron Bank in 5 weeks, man. I mean, Beer, we was co-holders last time. Will history repeat itself, or will one of us actually be a single holder?
Hey,
I will be entering.
Hey, I will be too.
And I want my belt back, Trav.
Extra high. I like this.
So that means, Beer, your world title run comes to an end after there's triple figures at least. 244 days.
Still longer than any of Travis's runs.
Hey,
it actually is.
Yeah, 244 days.
To be honest, I think you've held it longer than all of his combined.
Like it.
He wants his belt. He wants his belt back, but I will say this, guys. This is a different Travis Anderson, and I'm speaking from experience because I know this. So
I know this, man.
That's pretty much where I'm at with it. Damn. Things are going to get a little rocky, but we'll cover that on After Max if anybody wants to join.
Oh, we'll be definitely keeping an eye on Aftermax this week.
Close times.
So I'm going to throw up the QR code once again to make sure you head over there in just a couple minutes after this.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate y'all. But before we get on up out of here, let's hear what the boys got lined up. Let's hear what the TSK has got coming to y'all. And to just hop right on into it. Double or Nothing is this Sunday, so you will get a Double or Nothing review. The jury is still out, as they say in the legal world. If we're going to cover Saturday night's main event, if we want to do double duty, we could do double duty, and it's very much a possibility. I've said it on the solo episode. I've said it on previous episodes. Once June hits, the ramping up happens. There's going to be a whole lot coming from the TSK. There's going to be a whole lot coming from the Footy Pod. Too much. The Premier League season ends very, very soon. Championships have been given out, and it's already time to plan for the summer transfer window, which, believe it or not, actually affects the MLS. So there's a whole lot to talk about, and like I said, June and July are the months to get all the information, and a whole lot of it is coming your way. Probably going to have Corey on a couple, because I know he's following it now. I know Bear's got to get something off his mind on his team, so God only knows what we can get into. So the only way to know is to follow us on all of the fun socials. Hit us up on the evil Twitter machine, Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, and of course, the Max Footy Pod. For all these links and a whole bunch more, head over to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the follow button on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, and of course right here on the YouTubes, because when we grow together. Kind of sounds bad if you put it in a certain way, but don't do that.
We got what you're saying.
Hey.
All right, so that is it for this week. Next Max event is in 5 weeks, but that's it for now. We will see you next week for the Full House Fallout. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night. Bang.
See y'all next time.